今日もですね、ハピネスカタリスト、ペタゴと話そうという形で、時間を使っていきたいと思うんですけれども、初めてハピネスカタリストについて知っていただく方もいるかなと思うので、改めてですね、ハピネスカタリスト、私、井上陽子が何をやっているのかというところもちょっとお話しした上で、デンマークとの、ね、出会いとかもちょっと話して本題に入っていこうと思うんですけれども、デンマークと日本ってすごく日本いい国だな、過ごしやすいなと思っている中で、自分自身の働き方とか生き方とかをね、ちょっと子供が生まれてからふと考えたときに、なんか日本よりもよりまた違う暮らし方をしている国があるんじゃないかなってことを調べた時に、2016年だったんですけれども、その時にその国際幸福度ランキングでデンマークが1位だった時に、なんかこういう国もあるんだなっていうところから、デンマークについてですね、ちょっと興味を持って思い立って2ヶ月後に、運命のあゆみさんと、コンタクトを取って、そこからデンマークの生き方、働き方、教育とか子育てとか、人を作ってる国としてですね、幸福な人を作ってる国として幸福なシステムを作っている、そんなことにとても興味を持って、今日本で仕事、職場とか、それから一人一人の生き方の中にライフコーチングっていう形だったりとか、ワークショップっていう形や企業研究、そんな形でデンマークからちょっと学んだことを日本流にエッセンスとして取り入れながら、ハッピネスカタリストという形で活動しています。で、今日、ここからですね、一緒にデンマーク人のマスと一緒に話していこうと思うんですけれども、マスからもこのデンマークについて、デンマークのこの取り組みについてもちょっとお話ししてもらおうと思います。じゃあ、マスお願いします。
We are Happiness Catalyst, and we are here in Denmark. We're Educational Visits Denmark, and Educational Visits Denmark is a project that provides tours in Denmark and also neighboring countries. If you want to visit them, you can join in real life. You can travel to Denmark, and we will organize a study program for you, or you can join virtually. You can join online. And let's just bring up the first picture to make it a little more engaging. Here it comes. This is... Do any of you know who this is? She's very individualistic, and this is just a way to kind of, portray this idea that if she wants to sleep, because this is the way she sleeps, she wants to sleep with her feet on the pillow and her head underneath the duvet. She's entitled to do that. No one can do anything about that. And she wants the horse to live with her inside the house, so that's what she does. And of course, in the little town that she lives in, there are some people, all the adults say, that's you shouldn't do that, that's wrong, what kind of weird person is this? Because in Danish society, in many Western countries, there's a great focus on our personal freedom. As a person, you are entitled to live life the way you want to live it.
そう、もしそのパーソナルフリーダムをすごいね、大切にすることによって、まさに大音量だった時に、それはみんなそれを受け止めるのか、それともやっぱり誰かが何か声をかけるのかっていうと、どうですか？
This is a poster from our governing political party, the Social Democrats. And in the middle, the lady there in the middle, that's our Prime Minister. Every child is entitled to becoming the kind of person that they want. That's the first line. Every child should be able to shape their own life. And the last line reads, we will always be on your side, children. No matter your family background and their income level, if you come from you are entitled to have the same opportunities in life. It doesn't mean that you can actually succeed with the same things in life, but at least you have a chance to enter into the same level of education and potentially get the same type of job if you work hard for it.
政党がこの選挙がね、すごく子どもを中心にメッセージを作ってるっていうところにとても 日本とはすごくこのポスターだけでも違いをまず感じました。
And if we neglect them, if we don't try to help them, if they have some challenges and issues in life, personally, but also academically, then it will take a lot more effort to try to help them later in life. That is also a positive side of Danish society, that as a person, as a member of Danish society, you have very good chances later in life to re-educate yourself or to get some financial help to kind of put yourself in a better situation in life. Of course, it's financed by public money, so that's where all of our tax money goes. In case you don't know, the Danish tax level starts at around 35% and it goes up to 60% income tax, depending on how much you earn.
なんかこうすごい面白いなと思うのが、デンマークはとてもこう公平とか平等っていうのを大切にしているんだけれども、でも一人一人がそのパーソナルフリーダムって言ったように、みんな違うっていうところ、みんな違うのがこの公平とか平等って言ってて、日本がもしこの平等とか公平っていうと、みんな一緒、みんな一律、みんなで制服着て同じ風に揃えるっていう、ここの違いがねすごくあるんじゃないかなって思うんですけど、なぜそのパーソナルフリーダムをうまくいってて、こう平等っていう風な社会が出来上がってるのか、考え方の中にここって何かヒントになりそうなことってありますか？
You don't have the same level of personal freedom, but that means that people try to be more polite to each other. They try not to disturb each other, and they don't want to be a nuisance to each other. So people kind of hold back more. They put a restraint on themselves very often, on their personal expression, their personal freedom. But what you get in return is that everyone, for instance, when you're on the train, everyone can feel relaxed and comfortable on the train because no one is being very noisy or so that's the kind of the trade-off. You can't have both so much here. You don't have to study hard just to get to high school, just to have a reasonable job. You don't have to be in education when you're in your 20s, then have children when you're in your 30s, and for the women to give up their professional life and become a stay-home mom and work hard for the rest of your life. You don't have to live that way. There are other ways. Same thing. If you have personal freedom to be the kind of person that you want to be, then you also have a society with a great diversity, a lot of different people, different abilities, different personality types, different ways they dress, different ways they behave. So that, to me, that is diversity. And that's also a core value in our society, that we should embrace and accept diversity. Groups in our society who have been fighting for years now, for decades, for better rights. They've tried to make politicians and society in general understand that they have a right to equal opportunities in life. The black and white picture down in the bottom left corner, that's from the 70s, 1975, this one. And that's the women's liberation movement. The idea that women should have equal chances in life to men. They should have equal salary. They should also be able to stay in the labor market. They don't have to become stay-home wives, take care of the children. They can also have a career and continue their career after they have children. And they have a right to go on a paid parental leave when they have children and then return to the job they used to have. They shouldn't be sacked or let go just because they have a child. And up here at the top, you see the gay liberation movement. That's basically the same idea, except this has to do with the right to not be only a man or a woman, but diversity. You can have many different types of sexualities, many different ways of living your life and expressing your sexuality. And you also have a right to have a family, different types of family. You don't have to be a mum, a dad, and children. There could be many other ways of having a family. And the last example is disability. If you have some kind of disability physically or mentally, you're still entitled to have a worthy life, and we should try to give you some opportunities to be able to take care of your own life and be in charge of your own life. You should retain your personal freedom. So, for instance, if you're disabled, you should still be able to live in your own house, in your own home, or own apartment. You shouldn't rely on your family and your parents to take care of you. And you also have a right to enter some kind of education if you want to, or try to find a job.
もう最後にね、今日の質問の最後なんだけれども、ここまでしてこのみんなに平等に同じチャンスを作るっていうことを施策としているのは、国として何を目指してますか？
That a society that embraces differences, different abilities, different approaches to life is a more prosperous and rich society, and a society that will develop more than a society that is more conformist and tries to keep things the way they used to be. So nowadays, when you ask a 10-year, 11, 12, 13-year-old, what would you like to become in life? I still think that most of them will mention one of the traditional traits, like I want to be engineer or whatever they want to be, police officer, something like that. And then some of them will say, yes, I want to make a career online. It's definitely some have that idea, definitely. And that's what we need. We need someone who can think out of the box, who can be innovative, who can try to go on a different path. Innovation is very much promoted in Denmark and that's a whole other discussion that we can have in one of the next sessions. We need innovation. We need innovative people who can come up with new ideas and something that we can build our national economy on, something that could actually generate money in the future. Not production, because all the production has shifted to China, India, somewhere else. We only have the intellectual property and the new ideas.
じゃあ、またね、次回は本当に私もね、このデンマークのイノベーション、クリエイティビティな人たちを作っていくっていう教育は本当に興味があったし、小中学校見に行った時も全然歴史のね、授業でさえも全然違うなと思ったし、とてもこの、ユースセンターとかね、小学校、中学校でペタゴーの働き、学校での教育とかね、そういったところをもっともっとまた聞きたいなと思います。じゃあ次回はさっきね、マスが言ってくれた通り、またマスの仕事、職場に戻って話をしていければなって思います。はい、じゃあ今日はこれでね、閉じていこうと思います。ありがとうございました。